It's an all-Eastern Conference matchup in today's game as the Pistons come into town for this one. We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. On the floor for Detroit, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Harrison at the small forward. Last year, a good one for Jeff Teague, Clark. He was a first-time All-Star in this league.
He's a pick-and-roll technician, so good in reading the defense as he operates from that spot on the floor. He was really the catalyst for what was a really efficient offense for the Bucks.
And Drummond throws it down.
Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Teague against Jackson. Young with no one around. No good from outside. On defense, Indiana. Jackson kicks to Harris. Morris dishes to Drummond. Pass to Harris. Here's Caldwell Pope. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Now here's Ellis. Not a lot of room. There's the steal. And here comes the break. Here's Caldwell Pope. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try, because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
Clark, this offense has really been clicking.
No doubt about it, giving the defense all kinds of trouble.
And they know it, guys. They're playing right now with the kind of energy that is hard to deal with. A lot of times in the first quarter, it will dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Teague drives in, and he gets it to go.
Wow, risky shot there size-wise, but the incredible skill that he possesses allows that one to go.
Well, the quick high release negated any height disadvantage he had right there. Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points. The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear.
I think I had that all my life.
And Monte Ellis is still trying to prove people wrong now in Dallas after their quick exit from the playoffs a season ago. Clark, it's been a decade in the league now for this very talented guard.
And you know, that kind of relentless determination is really something Monte is known for, and one of the reasons he has been around for 10 years in the NBA as a consistently good player and lethal scorer.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
And Detroit looking at who they've got. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Harris is out there with Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5 down low. He was all alone on that one. Drummond's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Pistons. Brooks, the pass to Stuckey. And Brooks, here we go. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up. Well, the Pacers, despite all their injuries from last season, were right in the playoff hunt until the very end. Had a chance, in fact, GA, on the last day to sneak in, but it didn't happen.
Yeah, they needed a Brooklyn loss to go along with them winning that last game. Ultimately, though, it wasn't in the cards for them, and they ended a game out of the postseason.
Jackson kicks to Harris. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Caldwell Pope pushes to Morris. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Morris has got 5.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. They've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Paul George is checked in for C.J. Miles. Ellis comes in for Rodney Stuckey. And it's Teague in for Brooks. And a wide open look here for Ellis. Indiana again missing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Morris kicks to Caldwell Pope. Another three for Detroit.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just shooting game shots.
Teague against Jackson. Here's George.
Oh! Rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their image yet.
Oh, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man. Oh, man, was that
And
fun.
no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline.
So we've reached the end.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Right out of the gates, it was Detroit setting the tone. An exceptional game plan helped them open with a... And now, folks, it's just about time for the third...
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Checking out the game Kentavious Caldwell Pope has had. 10 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be.
Teague out there with Ellis. Then it's Young. Then it's Turner. And it's George in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Here's Caldwell Pope. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down.
You know, if you're looking to build a small forward and it wasn't a LeBron James template, you might go with PG, Paul George. Height, length, athleticism, that combination off the charts with him. And he's got a nice unflappable demeanor, too.
Ellis kicks to George. They grab their own miss.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
Took him no time at all on that one. Harris has got the lead up to 14 now for the Pistons. For Indiana, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Yeah, talking about Paul George, a big part of his dominance, his attitude. He doesn't yell or pump his fist. He's really the quiet assassin.
Yeah, once he maxes out in the weight room, which he will, now that he's in his mid-20s, I think he's going to be an Adonis. I mean, exactly the kind of physique you're looking for in a prototype at the small forward.
Ellis kicks to Teague. He feeds it to Young. It's stolen by Morris. Pass break Detroit. Here's Jackson. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists now in this one.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
And the shot is good. Ellis has got his first points in this one.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Jackson kicks to Caldwell Pope. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot.
Here we go, Pacers fans. Now coming onto the court are your Pacers.
And we're rolling one here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. Here's Jackson. On the court for the Pistons, Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Marcus Morris is out there with Harris, and it's Drummond in at the center. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Stuckey drives inside. Can't hit from in close.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident performance for the Pistons.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. Had the good passing and then led to some open shots.
Yeah, it's a fun way to play, and it's fun to watch, too.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Caldwell Pope. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
And Brooks is checked in for Rodney Stuckey.
Substitution for Pacers. Aaron Brooks.
1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Ellis can't get it to go.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
And that one's good. Brooks.
Superb playmaking from Monte Ellis. That dish was right on time.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. That's good.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight, but we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road game.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Jackson kicks to Drummond. It's stolen by Jefferson. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Launches a three, and there's Ellis. That's good on the assist by Brooks.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game, though. We call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
Here's Ellis. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that was pretty clear.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Here's Caldwell Pope, and that one drops.
You have got to make some kind of a defensive adjustment here. He is just lighting them up from beyond.
Greg, I don't know what else they can do. I mean, even when they've closed out on him, he's still been knocking them down.